What's going on, everybody? It's your boy back here with another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here, man. So yeah, man, we're here to talk about the new characters that's gonna be coming to the synced worldwide celebration. So yeah, man, as you can see here on screen, we do have the new physical Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Gohan and Super Saiyan Trunks that's going to be turning into this Super Saiyan Goku. Now, I know some people already have mixed feelings about this character coming, and people should already know. We figured out that it was going to be Broly coming with the celebration. So I already knew that we was going to get another Goku in some type of form. So instead of it being just Goku himself, it's Goku, Gohan, and Trunks that turns into another Goku. So it is what it is. He's the main character of the series. We're gonna see even more billion Gokus after this. It is what it is. So now, the problem with this celebration is with the next character that's gonna be revealed. So we do have, once they go over, we have an Extreme Tech Broly. So this is what the problem is. So as you see at the top, is the legendary summon Carnival. So Broly is a Carnival LR. So currently, by him being the Carnival, there's going to be different things that this character does that people's just going to auto assume. So just like being a Carnival, people going to assume, what his lead skill going to be. It's 200% movie bosses, or terrifying conquerors, or something else, some stupid leadership, stupid leader skills, and how the scaling that the character is going to be. Besides, I would say Gogeta, I can't really attest, or even the Gammas, how bad carnivals are designed in some ways. They're not like, oh man, crazy top tier. Like, they can be used, but when you look at Gogeta and today's content, like me, I'm on JP, of course, but I know Global has been, catching up like crazy. Of course, they got 9th anniversary units now, so you guys understand what those units feel like. But there are certain game modes you guys don't have, and you'll eventually get them soon. But carnivals are not like insanely broken or strong to an extent where they're going to do a lot of damage. Like even full power Broly, he was the Dokkan Festival, and Gogeta, like I said, was the Carnival. And to me, Broly is a better character. Broly has the domain. Broly has other things going for him. And of course, him being like the pinnacle of super bosses, he still need help in some ways, but not as more as help like Gogeta. They both do have to transform, but Gogeta does have different other things about him too when it comes to rainbow orb changing and some other stuff. But they both, on a defensive scale, they're not both defensive characters, so they're going to take a lot of damage if they're not dodging or doing anything. Broly is more tanky than Gogeta though. He can do a lot more, especially damage wise as well, especially once he hits the domain. See, the domain is more broken than what Gogeta's doing, because he's doing a lot more with his domain. Gogeta, when he does it, he does has his type mechanic, but that's only for that one turn. That domain lasts forever as long as you don't lose the battle. So it is what it is. But yes, by Broly not being that, I was hoping that at least if he was the Dokkan Festival, because the marketing was around this character probably was going to be designed well. Now, going from being a base Broly to a legendary Super Saiyan Broly, I would say that's a good thing to link with other Brolys. Now, I've already spoke about this before. If you look at some of my older Dokkan videos, of course, we've been trying to get more things going on. I've been working on my other channel as well. Make sure you guys check those out. But yes, this unit, I already told you guys from the jump, you're not using this unit per se with super bosses or things like that. He's going to be used with some of them, but the problem with a lot of the super bosses currently, a lot of them don't link well, and a lot of them don't have anything that complement a certain super boss unless you're a support unit or something like that. Like Frieza, his thing is just the golden Frieza, the banner unit. His is just point blank. Okay, I support, all the super bosses. If you're on super bosses, you're fine. So if you use this Broly on super bosses, that Frieza would do nothing for him. So you're gonna have to use units around the restrictions to say, okay, if you are super bosses plus movie bosses plus extreme class units or whatever it is to try to get this Broly to fit in certain teams and categories. The same thing we went over. I know you guys just got Cell Max on global. Cell Max is a very, very great unit, but he does have restrictions. Of course, this unit is going to be on movie bosses, and I can't remember. I got the Dokkan info up here in a second. We'll go look at it. I know it's artificial life forms. I'm not sure if it's androids and something else, but he has a restriction to some parts of his kit where he don't have certain things activated if you don't have those units in place. Now, is it too bad? No, because like I said, they're both movie bosses, so that might help out. But I think it's like they're pulling up super bosses, and now they're saying, okay, we got the worldwide celebration coming up. Forget about super bosses. We finna go ahead and push some movie bosses, which is kind of like movie bosses are not even nothing. They're not a strong category. They're garbage. We're trying to fix super bosses. So like I told you guys, since we're not getting a super boss, we're gonna be in this limbo state. But at least if Broly was like crazy, insanely strong, we know we don't have the fully kit yet. We're gonna get that soon. Um, maybe that could have offset some numbers. Of course, when they talk about potential easy A's, people talk about Janemba, people talk about other characters. Um, they're movie bosses, so they're not going to be used on super boss. So let's pull this up since we're talking about it. I brought up this Broly because, of course, this is one of the Brolys people are expecting to get an easy A this celebration. He is a very decent unit. Of course, glass cannon can still do a lot of damage, but can't take any damage at all. But again, he's another tech Broly, and of course, the new one is tech. So a lot of people may not even use that one over this one, depending on if you summon or skip, depending on whatever you believe. But there are some mixed reactions about people saying they're going to skip, maybe wait for part 2. Whatever you do is up to you. I don't know if I'm going to summon yet. Like I said, we haven't seen the kits, so I have to see how they're going to perform. But yeah, this guy getting easy A. They make it great that Broly can link well with this Broly. Again, another unit that's not on super bosses, so it's going to deter away from what this unit does. Now, this unit, as you can see, is on a lot of tags currently. Transformation boost, movie bosses, full power, explosion of anger, planetary discretion, power beyond Super Saiyans, Super Saiyans, pure Saiyans. So like the Broly, the new one, that's probably gonna have 200% liberty skill. It's probably gonna have hopefully a decent category. Hopefully, so we already know it's not gonna be Super Saiyans because I think that's what the Super Saiyan 3 trio lead. That they're not gonna have that. Some other ones that are probably people are looking at movie bosses the main thing, but I think they're probably gonna go planetary discretion or whatever it is. I don't know if this this is not, I don't know, translated or not from the other Dokkan info, but the name, of course, you guys already understand. Yeah, he's gonna lead some different things, and then of course this guy transformed into this one. I don't know if his categories change from this one. So of course the other one, of course, don't start off like with the golden hair. That one has the blue hair, and then of course he goes into this. But I hope his animations are great as well. I hope he's not, crazy super restricted or anything like that. We do want the unit to be great, be hype. That way we can summon for the unit ultimately, and hopefully he's not bad. But again, be ready to understand Dokkan is Dokkan. It's going to be restrictions. It's going to be certain other things. But I wanted to pull up movie bosses. I had it up already. So as you guys can see, this is the current movie bosses teams. As you can see, Cooler is not usable at all. 170, 150 trash. Look at this. You're not using these people. I would say Harunagard is probably the best movie bosses lead currently at 170. And he's the most, I would say, recent unit. So of course he's going to be at the top of that, on the top of that tier there. But As you can see, there are certain characters here. They're not even up to par in today's meta. So Broly, usable. You can put him on movie bosses. He'll do what he need to do to get the job done. Let me open up Cell Max in another tab. Cell Max, is very usable in here. You can use Broly, Cheetah, and Limo to an extent. They can help Cell Max, of course, with big bad bosses, and of course link up with the other Broly currently. I'm pretty sure they may have some links with the other Brolys as well. So we'll roll with that. Then of course we have some other units in here, that just don't add up. We just got the Turtles Easy A. You can include him in here if you want to, and the Turtles Army. And then of course some other units that is not decent or bad, but they're just not going to cut it in the movie bosses. So like this Frieza, like I said, this is a super bosses support. You don't want to include him. He's not going to help the movie bosses teams, but I'm pretty sure they're going to give us a movie bosses maybe dedicated support or some other type of units. But yeah, man, it is what it is. um Cell Max, it was this one. So it's artificial life forms, super bosses, or movie bosses. So of course, like I said, this Broly is not going to affect this skill wise. He's gonna be fine. But again, depending on like even this one up here, entrance animation, of course you have artificial life forms or super bosses. You do want to make sure you meet this threshold here at the top. So Cell Max, you do want to have that entrance animation. As you can see, movie bosses is not included. Only this one is the one that's really gonna do that. You want this entrance animation. That's gonna help Cell Max a lot because he's gonna need to get hit. He's gonna need to build up, especially for those harder fights. So you'll see, man. Like I said, this unit, those units gonna help you. If you're something for Cell Max, I hope you guys were lucky and got him on global. I know some people were getting shouted. You guys already know. I told y'all I had to pity him. So it is what it is. So like, comment, subscribe, man. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.